Today is June 19th. Just do a 10-minute video. Hopefully it'll be like 10 minutes. Sometimes we go a little bit longer. We're going to go through Chase's forehand and his backhand, his footwork, and just do a basic summary of what we've been working on and trying to get him to do, and the ways and some of the ways that we try to get it done. All right. So go ahead, give them all forehands. Go. All right. So just hit balls, and I'm going to go ahead and narrate a little bit. All right, Chase, exactly what I see, what we need to fix. All right, so a lot of times, what we see here with Chase, we're trying to get him to do is lift to the right a little bit more. All right, stop for a second. Show me what lift to the right is. All right, so we're trying to do lift to the right. He's very late on his timing. All right, your contact point is on a scale to 1 to 10. Show me what a 10 is. Right, but set up with your feet correctly, please. All right, so a 10 is bend your legs. All right, the 10 is we want his contact point to be a little bit out more like that. We don't want it to be like this, all right, because then he uses too much of these forearm muscles, too prematurely, which causes reducing his power. We want him to be able to use muscle groups here, right? Of course, he's going to finish like windshield wiper standard finish. The problem with him getting his contact point out more in front, so he has more rotation, he doesn't rotate enough, is the way that he starts his stroke. From we have positions from 0-0 position. Show me 0 position is ready position. All right, bend your knees. Come on. All right, wide stance. All right, do it correctly like you're supposed to do it. Okay. Now, this is okay. Right, we want it a little bit in, a little more in, a little bit, right? We want everything to be relaxed. As soon as we go ahead and we extend muscles out here like this, go. We extend out here too far out in front here. What causes tension in these muscles because they have to hold the weight of the racket. It's very minute, but still, any sort of tension, we want to reduce any sort of kind of muscle contractions that are going to affect the stroke. So start off real relaxed and ready position, go. Lift to the right is like this. Racket goes to the right, his chest tries to face forward. This happens in milliseconds, right? It's very quick. But what this does, it allows him, when he does his unit turn, go, do the turn, get the racket to the right. He has a 90-degree motion from here to here. That's very quick. So the racket gets back to this position extremely fast, rather than the way he's doing it right now. Go to ready. Again, stick your racket out. Stick your racket out, like your preparation, like you do. Okay. Now we're trying to not have him do this too much, because what he does is when he goes ahead and he knows he's going to hit a forehand, right? The racket stays in front of his body like this, all right, and then bring the leg, all right. And so what happens is this 90-degree motion from here to here takes a lot longer to do. Now his arm is out here too far, right? So once he releases this and he starts to get the racket, he starts to take the racket back here. What happens is this elbow moves in a dramatic match, this direction like this. It moves like this, right? Which causes the whole structure to go behind, has a sideways, a lateral motion, right? It's not necessarily bad. A lot of girls hit like this. I'm just kidding. But they tend to take the tip of the racket goes back like that, and they swing a lot from the shoulders, the upper part of rotation. We're trying to get his rotation to be from the bottom, from the knees, the hips, the stomach, right, all the way up. The kinetic chain, which is, I hate that phrase, all right, but it is the correct description, and it's on every freaking tennis instruction book that's ever been written, I think, right? I wish they come up with a different word, don't you, Che? Something else? Right? We just talk about kinetic chain, muscles firing in correct sequence, right? He doesn't need to know the sequence that the muscles fire. He doesn't need it. It's my job to make him do the sequence by me watching him, making sure that he does the sequence, by doing overcorrections, by doing visualizations of, putting his racket in a certain place, right? Trying to get him to feel whether it's uncomfortable or comfortable to change a stroke, all right? A lot of times when we're going to change a stroke or change something technical in the stroke, there will be an uncomfortable feeling in the change. So let's say lift to the right here, right? So we have him go lift to the right when he first tried to learn to do it, right? And he doesn't do it right now because he tends to stick his racket out too far in front. So it'll be uncomfortable for him, right? But he just has to remember to do it, right? As he does it more and more, because his body will go from it's not something normal to something normal, and so then the discomfort goes away and it becomes his new muscle memory, right? So the problem, what we want to try and do is we want to eliminate this lateral motion like this. So we want to just get him to go simply like this. The racket can be here, the racket can be here, I don't know which, right? And we do try and get him to not drop the tip too early. The problem with dropping the tip too early, in my experience with players, is that they accelerate at this point. Now, when they accelerate at this point, if they drop the tip low enough, of course, they're going to make spin. Right? They're going to make spin, but the problem with Chase is when he hits the ball, he comes across his body a little bit too much. He does create spin. He does get the ball in play, but this type of, the way that he's doing it right now, in order to move left, to move right very quickly, it's going to be extremely difficult to have a balanced, coordinated sort of movement when he goes to hit the ball. And Chase has a serious problem with his footwork. His footwork is like, he's not very coordinated with his footwork. So we want to try and make his strokes as simple as possible, as smooth as possible, right? Sort of have him sort of like a dance the way that he glides along the court. All right. Now, it's possible, I think, for him to be able to do that. If I ask you to go check the timer, then check the timer. Got Hussein over there feeding balls. All right. So go to ready position. All right. So lift to the right. Go. Bend your legs. See. Right away. All right. Turn. And keep the racket to the right. Yep. All right. Bring the leg. All right. So this is basically position one. More lift to the right. All right. Without dropping the tip. All right. Now, do I necessarily want him to drop the? Do I necessarily want him to not do this? No, I don't. I do. He needs to do this. There needs to be some sort of a drop. But when you tell Chase, when you leave it up to him, right? Or you tell him just put spin on the ball. You tell him, go low to high. He will drop it quite dramatically. It creates a stop, a break in fluidity in his stroke, right? And then immediately he starts to hit with these muscles right here. That's why when his contact point becomes late, regardless, and he's already conditioned to hit the ball like this. All right, so what we're trying to do, hold the tip up. It keeps people from accelerating too early. You want him to be using these muscles as he goes forward. So it's okay with me for him to have the tip of the racket up. How we tried to fix it, literally above like this, so that he continues to have the continuous motion to make contact out in front. Now, the end result will be, right, as he goes forward, right, as his stroke gets more advanced, right, he will go ahead and swing forward. The tip will drop in the forward motion, right, and then will come up. So he'll end up having the same result, but this piece back here will be a lot smoother and will be a lot better, and he'll be using these muscles and these muscles, a lot more. Right, in his stroke, which in the end will make a much more powerful stroke. He'll be able to control his feet coming out of the shot a lot better, rather than this sort of like he lunges, he turns the neck, and this sudden motion throws him off balance to begin with. We want him to come out of the shot balanced, right, so that he's ready for the next shot. So these are the things we're trying to do on his backhand. We do the one-handed backhand here the majority of the time. He goes ahead, he does two-handed, with his other coach, where they do a lot of live ball, right? And so we're staying dedicated to the one-hander because I believe that the one-handed backhand, he's probably he's learned it extremely quick. And yeah, it's not a stroke that's going to be consistent right now. It's going to take 6 months to a year for it to be consistent. He could hit the two-handed backhand all day long, get it in, right? But he has a natural one-handed backhand. There's elements in his one-handed backhand that, in my experience, I've taught one-handed backhands before. A lot of one-handed backhands. I have high-level players who play with one-handed backhands. I play with a one-handed backhand. I've taught more two-handed backhands, but his ability to learn the one-handed backhand is above average in my experience, and he does it more naturally. He loves to do it, right? It's something that excites him when he gets to the court, and when Chase is excited and he wants to work, he works harder, he does better overall, and everything he absorbs a lot more. So the two-handed back there, sure, he has a little bit of time. We can go back and forth between the two, and ultimately he and his parents, we can decide what is the best stroke for him to be a competitive tennis player. Can you check the time for me, quickly? All right, so show your one-handed backhand. Well, you don't have to show your one-handed backhand. All right, so I think that's about it. Go ahead and hit the ball, huh? All right, go ahead and feed him balls. All right, so I want you to hop. Make sure you're hopping, you're doing your feet. He's going to hit your forehands and backhands, all right? So give him 2 forehand, 2 backhands. Go. So that's all. I want to have a little summary of what it is we're working on with Chase, something that he can review. We can show to what exactly we've been trying to do. All right, it's horrible. So see, he's going quite behind quite a bit. On the backhand side, we're trying to get him to get down, 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 right? Get it down, 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 down. Have a little bend in your elbow as you take it back, right? On the one-handed backhand. Go, one-handed backhand, right? Try to smooth it out a little bit. Take it down, 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 down. Focus on the down part, okay? Okay, stop. Now, what are you trying to focus on the forehand side right now? Quick, quick, quick.
Trying to do the lift to the right and then keep the butt cap to the ground.
Keep the bucket to the ground. So he's actually thinking about that, and it's an overcorrection the way that we do it. He tends to stiffen up his wrist a little bit, right? Which is okay as long as he's not injuring himself, right? The ball will flatten out a little bit because of this, but if he waits to accelerate a little bit closer to the ball, that upward acceleration will reproduce that spin, and then we want to loosen up his wrist so that he has that flexibility a little bit down the road when he does this, when he stops dropping the tip like crazy. Dropping the tip like crazy is not bad. It's not. There's so many deficits too. There's so many things that it limits, right? Rather than a stroke that is much more fluid and has more continuous motion throughout the entire stroke from beginning to the end. All right. There's more you can do with a stroke like that. All right, go. All right. So keep doing what you were thinking. Go. So he has this neck pull that he does. Right now he's not doing it. He didn't do it on that stroke. Okay, put weight on the front foot. Right now he's missing he's missing on the one-handed backhand. We haven't seen it for like 3 days. Or 4 days. All right, put weight on the front foot, legs bent, legs bent, legs bent, legs bent. Okay. Still going behind. Tip up. Drop the tip a little bit there early. Go. Down, down, down. It's getting a little closer to going up, over. That was messed up. All right, contact point more in front. Try and do the 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right, stop. All right, give them all forehands. All right, I want you to lift to the right. Okay, and try and keep it from going back here. So shorten up the stroke on the take back. Shorten up the back. Shorten up this part right here. All right, go. Quick. Shorten it up. His hand's way too far out in front again. You're going behind. Okay, stop. Go to one. Go to one. All right. So here, one. Go to two. You have to, all right, the side of your arm here, all right? Visualize the side of the arm is going more, all right? You turn this like right away because you go like this, right? This right here, right, is facing forward as you hit, right? Too early. Have the side of the arm, right? Go like that. You understand? So the side of the elbow, we drew a line here one time or drew a dot here. Mm-hmm. All right? That's what we need. That needs to be facing towards the shot more, all right? Okay, go. Nope, not doing it. Going behind. Drop the tip, keep the butt cap down. Shorten out the back part of the stroke. Shorten out the back part. All right, stop. Go to the baseline. All right, go ahead and feed them fast. Come on, feet. All right, what we're gonna do, I want you to show me that you're using your feet and stuff like that because right now it looks a little bit lazy. All right, go. So we're gonna start the video. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna isolate each of these different positions and try and get them to correct them a little bit. The criticism of his stroke is not that it is bad. The criticism of his stroke is not a criticism. It's to point out the places that it can be better. Right? You cannot point out flaws. And you can say they're flaws, yeah, or there's places that can be improved. So Chase has a lot of places that he can improve, and the way that I like to look at it, and the way that I try to get him to look at it, is not because he gets down on himself when things are going poorly. Is the more that you see that you can improve, and there's more room for improvement. It means that's how much better that you can be. Don't look at it as like that's how terrible I am. So right now he's not lifting to the right. These are things he wanted me to do. He tips the racket is going behind. All right. So in order to fix these things, I have to, or get him to change, we have to do drilling. We have to sit there and we have to drill. We have to do technical drilling, live ball drilling to try and make technical changes. Is like taking it is a unless he's doing everything correctly, you can't have real good progress doing live ball all the time. All right, live ball is a killer of technique, but it is not a killer of consistency though, because you can't have consistency without having good form. This is very simple. You could get a ball machine and sit there and hit all day long with a ball machine, and eventually balls will go in and you create spin. Right? But we are trying to create a player we want. From the very first time that I had Chase, he didn't have a lot of coordination. He didn't look like he had a lot of room for improvement. He did love to play, right? And now he has the ambition of being a higher level player, right? And like energy level like this, it's like it's not going to do it. But he has real good energy level. I want him to have extraordinarily a good foundation of smooth, fluid technique, right? That has to be there from the very beginning, right? If he just gets the ball in play, it's not really a measure of progress for like 2 years, 3 years down the road, because he'll sit there and he'll spin the ball in, and he'll win, and he'll be a like top 5 player probably, right? But then, right, in a couple of years, he's going to start getting beat by the players who are hitting harder, who are moving better, right? Who can go ahead and power through his spinny ball, right, and just blow him off the court, right? Chase, I want him to have a powerful game. He's a powerful kid. He has strong natural muscles. He's not loose, but he has the potential to be extremely loose on stuff. Right? And his coordination, he has surprising days where the coordination is extremely good. Right? But there's a lot of it is his mental side too. His mental side and his focus and concentration to do something. All right, so we're going to stop this right now. All right? All right, and that's it for right now.